Hey yo, it's Bueno, back again on the Blue Toad Monkey page, and today we have for you the Tales of Ninetales in the Halloween Cup Ultra League Edition. This was the first team I ran in the Halloween Cup. Sorry it took a few days for it to come out, but here it is. And we have Ninetales with Powder Snow instead of Charm, because I expected a lot of I just want it to be a little more spammy with my charge moves, and I know Charm does more damage overall, but with all the steel types, if I could just chip a Weather Ball or chip a Dazzling Gleam a little sooner, then I think that would help me out. Also, with a Nidoqueen being ranked number 1 in this league, I wanted to be able to be more oppressive with that as well. So I have my girl Nidoqueen on the team, perfect IV Shadow. I love her. Got to bring her to the Halloween Cup, obviously, right? And Chandelure in the back with some pretty good IVs. I traded this with somebody at work for a level 40 Arcanine that I got back in the day, like 2016, I think it was, trying to go lucky, to force a lucky, but it didn't happen. But somehow I was blessed with this amazing stat Chandelure. I think it's like rank 25 or something. So I was really excited to try Chandelure as well, with all the expected bug and steel types. And let me tell you, I definitely ran into a lot of those. So I'm very excited for the Halloween Cup Ultra League Edition. So let's get right into one of these battles here. Game 1, up against a Nidoqueen lead, and this is why I'm not running Charm. It takes 5 poison jabs to get to the Poison Fang for Nidoqueen, and 5 for my first Weather Ball. But after that, I outpaced the Nidoqueen with 4. So I will be able to get to the Weather Ball before it can get to the Poison Jab. And if I wanted to swap out, I could do that immediately. I pull the shield. Come in with the Nidoqueen. Earthquake, that certainly would have taken me out. Who runs Earthquake on a Nidoqueen? That is wild. 1 poison jab away from the Earth power. And I bait the Poison Fang blindly, not knowing what might come in, and it's Giratina. Alright, beautiful. Let's see if it respects the Earth power. It does beat me 1 turn to the move there with the Dragon Claw. And right now, I think I could just farm all the way down. Go for the Poison Jab just to wrap this up here, and hope that they have the Bug Steel type in the back. This is perfect that the Giratina threw its move here. We're going to let this go. And it's an Alolan Muck. Oh boy. Now, a Dark Pulse from the Alolan Muck will absolutely KO. So we call the Acid Spray bait. And now I shield. The Incinerate did go through, so it will KO. And the Giratina is 1 shot away from being KO'd, and that is a GG. So if the opponent would have just went for the Dark Pulse there, it definitely wouldn't have been a wrap for me. But I had a 50-50 chance and decided to call the bait. Game 2, up against a Scizor lead. I like to go in with the Nidoqueen here instead of the Chandelure because of this right here. If I went straight in with the Chandelure, then he would be absolutely walled by this Giratina. The opponent goes for the Dragon Claw. They're at the back-to-back. Earth Power would KO. Let's see if I could pull a shield here. And now it's time for Ninetales to do Ninetales things. So the opponent does not have Ancient Power, which is beautiful for the Ninetales. The Shadow Sneaks are still chunking, but we're surviving here. They come in with the Scizor, they bring in the Sylveon, and Chandelure is really squishy, so we're hoping that with the Flame Charge, these Incinerates will be enough to take it down. I go for the Shadow Ball because I'm not sure that the Flame Charge would KO, and it probably would have. But I get to the Flame Charge for that Scizor, and that is a GG. And that's why we brought Chandelure here, to just melt down those Steel and Bug types and somewhat counter the Fairies. Game 3. Genesect in the lead. Now this is absolutely horrible because Ice and Fairy are both weak against the Steel type Magnet Bomb that it might have. So I have to shield this or it'll absolutely knock me out. And there it is. Oh man, I don't know what I was thinking. But we come in with the Chandelure. I swap into the Nidoqueen. I believe I'm up a shield. Yeah, I have to be up a shield. Absolutely. Okay. So I will be able to outpace to this Earth Power. I build up to the Earth Power and fire off a Poison Fang. They call the bait. They didn't shield, I won't shield. I have to be safe, right? And the opponent hits me with an Earth Power. This is still looking okay. We're gonna boost up this Incinerate and just hope they have Double Bug in the back. And it's a Gengar. That's horrible. Gengar closing it down on my Chandelure. GG's. I had a hard time getting into some of these battles. The game just kept erroring, or I'd get into a battle and it just kicked me out right away. And I just left this one here so you guys could see it. I had to close my app a few times. I don't know if everybody had the same idea and was just really excited to get into these battles for the Ultra League Halloween Cup, which is here for the first time. This is the first time that they've had a limited format for the Ultra League. So I'm really excited about that. And when I say limited, I don't mean like Premier or Premier Classic, because that's a little different there. And I think they had like the remix in Ultra too, but this is the first time they had an actual like specialized cup. So that was awesome. I hope they do some more of that in the future. But while you're here, check out the bluetoadmonkeypage.com/Pogo. We've got a lot of information on there for you guys. You could submit some of your sets for me to shoutcast if you'd like. Consider giving us a like, subscribing to the page. It really helps us out. Throw it into the algorithm, whatever the case may be. And here we are in this next battle. Game 4. Ninetales up against a Gengar lead. Now, this isn't so bad. We do get to the Weather Balls at the same rate as they get to the Shadow Punches. So I was expecting them to throw a Sludge Bomb. And now this Gengar has built up a ton of energy up against my Nidoqueen. They come in with the Overquill. I build up to the Earth Power and bait with the Poison Fang. They shield. Beautiful. Now, Overquill does have Aqua Tail, so I have to shield here, or it'll leave me really weak. I probably could have taken one Aqua Tail. I have to take this next one, I think. I don't want to like use up both shields when I have the Glassy, Chandelure, and Gengar still running rampant over here. I bait the Poison Fang, pulling both shields. I'm one move away from the Earth Power on my Nidoqueen with one shield left. And now the opponent comes in with a Scizor. I wanted to throw off that Dazzling Gleam, but we CMP tie, and they take me out. Can Chandelure wrap this up here? I can take one Night Slash, but I shield because they have that Gengar in the back. If this is an Aqua Tail, it will not KO. I'm one Incinerate away from a second Flame Charge. And Nidoqueen's one move away from the Earth Power. I get the Poison Jab in, and Earth Power for the win against this Gengar. And that is a GG. Final match, up against a Scizor lead, so I'm going to come in with my Nidoqueen. And they come in with the Umbreon. This is beautiful. I'm going to fire off an Earth Power. Try to get this Umbreon as low as I can. And set it up for the Ninetales. I won't be shielding anything, even if it's a Psychic. I go for the Poison Jab because Umbreon will outpace me to the Earth Power, and maybe I could have got a shield if I didn't, but I don't know if they have the Psychic, and I just wanted to lower its defense a little bit. Can I get the shield here? I can. I do shield so I can flip switch here. Because if they come in with the Scizor, then Chandelure can just go to town there. And they do. So I lower its defense. And now it's time to come in with Chandelure and melt. Oh, not Obstagoon. So we swap into the Ninetales. Ninetales is taking neutral damage. The opponent has built up a ton of energy. And they have the Hyper Beam. So I throw off Dazzling Gleam. Will this pull the last shield? It does. This game's looking kind of scary here. I do save the shield because I can survive a Night Slash from Obstagoon. I'm one move away from a second Flame Charge here. Still a shield up. Chandelure wins CMP. And I absolutely melt that Scizor. Final thoughts on that team. I absolutely loved it. I had a blast using the Alolan Ninetales. It's been a while since I've used it. Nidoqueen, always welcome on my team. And Chandelure, that was a lot of fun just melting down those bugs. However, after that set, it got a little tough there. There was a lot of poison types. A lot of people were running on like double poison, Drapions, Alolan Mucks. And while Nidoqueen could hold it down against her, Chandelure was struggling there, and Ninetales just could not take those moves and doesn't really hit very hard. So I had to change it up, but I had a lot of fun making this video. If you like what you see, consider subscribing, give us a like, and we hope to see you next time. on the Blue Toad Monkey page.